Hey y'all, welcome to the Nuthin Show, where nothing matters. I'm your host, Pop Tuck, and today we're gonna talk a little bit about this play, right? Named Macbeth. So today I got three guests coming on here. We got one of my dearest and closest friends. We're just gonna call him the pimp. Then we have this little SoundCloud rapper that goes under the name of Popo the Swordsmith. And then for the last one, I just found a bum down the street and I decided to put him on the show, because why not? So, here we got the pimp.
Well, how's it going, Pop Time, baby? How you doing?
So let's talk about Macbeth.
Yeah, I know all the things about Macbeth. I know everything.
Oh, you know all the scenes? Well, let's go from the first act to, what you think? The third act, fourth act, is whatever you want to do.
The other boy, he can just sum it up for you, basically. Um, so in the first scene that comes out in play, you have these three hosts called Three Witches, and they plan to meet with that good old Macbeth. So then get to another scene, and King Duncan here talking to this wounded soldier about how brave Macbeth is. Next scene, we got Macbeth riding up with his boy Banquo. Now, the three witches, they come in. They tell Macbeth he's gonna be king. And then they tell him he's gonna be Theda Cardor, even though he's already Theda Gloms. Right? And then they tell Banquo over here that while he won't be king, the future generations is gonna be king, right? So now Macbeth is sort of thinking this can't possibly be true until Duncan. No, wait. A couple of Duncan's boys they ride up and they tell him, "Yo, my man, you Dana Cardor. We had to chop up. He was a traitor." So now Macbeth is thinking, "Yo, if I could be Thana Gloms, I might as well be king." But then he also realizes he has to do one teeny tiny little thing. He gotta kill Duncan.
Ooh.
So now we come later. Macbeth actually meets Duncan in person, and Duncan says, first thing he says is that he's gonna be naming his oldest son Malcolm, the heir to the throne, meaning that when Duncan dies, Malcolm's taking that. So now Macbeth is really scheming. He really scheming. He really wants to know. He really needs to get that spot. You know what I'm saying? So now he writes his letter to his lady, another hoe, and we're gonna call her Lady Macbeth. So Lady Macbeth, she reads the letter, and then in a very erotic scene, she basically has the Illuminati toy with her body in ways unimaginable back at the time. Like some 50 grades of shade. Once she's done messing with the devil, here comes Macbeth, and he's still sort of, scheming. He's still sort of scheming. So Lady Macbeth is all like, "Yo, I'm gonna control you. We gotta kill the king because it's our throne. You can't be a little bitch about it." And Macbeth, this whole time he wants to be king, but he's not really sure if he wants to do that right now. Hold up, let me fix my ties. All right. So now Duncan and his boys they coming over for a nice little sleepover, and then Macbeth he's sort of in his mind. He's like, "I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this." Lady Macbeth comes in, and she basically bitch slaps him by talking about his masculinity, because you can't just walk up to a brother and say you know what, and then just walk away. They gotta confront you on that. So now everybody's asleep. Everybody's drunk. Well, not everybody. So then Banquo and his son flees. They steady talking. Macbeth meets with Banquo. After that, Macbeth imagines a dagger. And he's sort of thinking, damn, is this a real dagger or is it a fake dagger? But that dagger steadily flowing into Duncan's room. Macbeth is no longer scared, but he's still paranoid. So now Duncan is dead. Now Macbeth is the king. Malcolm and his other brother Donalbain, they ran off. Now they're king, but Macbeth is slowly getting paranoid. He remembers that Banquo, his sons are going to be kings, so he basically orders 3 henchmen to go kill that boy and his son.
Ooh,
However, when they do that, Fleance escapes.
ooh, it's been a pleasure to being on the show. I hope the weather treats you well as you make your way back home. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the pimp. Now we're gonna go on to the second part of the whole show. Popo the Swordsmith. Give it up here for this SoundCloud rapper.
Yo, what's up, man?
So why don't you go ahead and show us what you got? Give it up for Popo the Swordsmith and his song.
My name is Macbeth. For the ones that don't know me, I'm an agent of death with this past innocent swept like cookie crumbs under the desk. The sky is gray as the path I paved. Any brother I met found himself cool and about to be shanked. This castle's only gift in return is the strength that makes emotions numb and morality blank. And to think that we went from that to this, I accomplished my goals, but no matter how hard I looked, I couldn't find bliss. Even though I got golden gates and stunning mistresses, life ain't giving me the clarity of water, it's giving me the stench of piss. It was one night with 2 knives aimed to bring light, but it seems like ever since then it's been a fight just to walk amongst normal people. Look, my mind is in 2 different places, maybe more, cause me and the old homies really gonna go to war. Why am I on the sea from names to chops on core? The armor dead bodies that wash up at shore. It's hard to function when you alone, cause where I be is just a house, not a home. Waking up every day to my own tiresome groans, preparing myself for an endless barrage of stones. At night these walls cave in, at night these halls move among me, at night our calls got me to insomnia, at night these floors unravel underneath me. Looking back at it, killing a man is easy, even though the readers said the modus operandi dreary. But now I can kill everyone, you hear me? When I was a wee little weed that made me queasy. But how about you? If you found a golden throne empty, would you come through? Would you be willing to shed your old life and live the good to do, even if it meant there was some shit you had to go through? I had to turn my peaceful life that was quiet to snuff. In the streets of my mind, you got no choice but to be tough, or else life is gonna fool you with the fake and then fuck you up. The only problem was that the world could never quite adjust. So it's just to thrust yourself into angel dust and get your energy up. Got that roundhouse black belt right up in front of enemy and say what's up. I pulled up from the dip, now I'm counting on my poker chips before pushing up further to get the gourmet platter. My swordsmanship put me through the sea. Now the only thing that I'm really itching for is the brownie of reef, so then I can calculate further with extended ease and not be bugging on the ground on my knees. Wait, are those trees really moving? Oh. First I saw weird sisters, then it came floating dashes. Now what is this disaster? Been dicing up the weeks as Act 2, running through the mist so my sword can shine through. Come at me. Come at me. Come at me. Come at me. Come at me.
ladies and gentlemen, that was Pope of the Swordsmith. I honestly don't know what to think about that. The last one is the bum that I picked up from down the street. What's your name, boy?
I actually forgot my name, so you can call me whatever you want.
Yeah, give it up for that guy. So, what you know about Mick? Well, after hearing everything, can you give us a good analysis on the play?
But the whole analysis of it, the first thing that we have to understand is, you know, whether what happened was fate or like, actual choice. Now I sort of believe in this thing called existentialism. And basically it's about how you have the freedom to make your own choice, but with freedom comes responsibility. And no matter what choice you make, there's always going to be a good side and a bad side. So the first thing that Macbeth could have done is that while he could have opted to not be king, but then he still would have had the loyalty and respect from basically everybody in Scotland, since he was so well praised. Or he did what he did do, and he shanked the shit out of Duncan, and then he was king, but then like, what was the point of being king if you just like so paranoid all the time? You know what I'm saying? So I sort of do think that it was all about choice. So he made the choice, and that choice got out of control, and then that's why the play ended like how it ended. And then another thing is sort of the theme or the sort of topic of corruption. You know what I'm saying? So the way I think of it is like in general, corruption is just everywhere. From the moment the witches are brought onto the play, everything just goes south. But at the same time, you know, Macbeth, I think after he talked to the witches, he was still pure in somewhat way. But then Lady Macbeth, corruption can do a lot of things to you, It's like corruption sort of dehumanizes you and desocializes you. As you can see, like Lady Macbeth, she's sitting there in the bed, touching herself, talking about unsex me here, you want holy spirits, and then like a couple days later, she hangs herself. But that's what corruption is. It's this, it's an evil force. It's gonna find you, but it's always floating around, and it's your choice whether or not you want to be corrupted. And that's one of my thoughts on Macbeth. That's my analysis. Thank you very much for having me on the show. Have a nice day.